Hello everyone, I'm Fozzie or Cam, and I'm here as always with my co-host Will. How you doing today, Will?
Doing outstanding, Cam. How about you?
I'm doing fantastic. Welcome to the Everything Podcast. Yeah, so we have a lot of big things to go over. I know last week we didn't do our regularly scheduled podcast. We did the best movies of 2022 last episode, which was a fun podcast. But now we're getting back into the swing of things. We've done a few episodes where we just went off our schedule, and we're done for now. We're done for now with that. Um, we're going back into how it usually is. So we have a really good episode here, actually. We have Tom Brady retiring. We can make our Super Bowl predictions. We have our Ant Man trailer we can go over, which we haven't talked about on the channel because we took, 2 weeks off, and then last week we only covered movies of 2023, 2022. Um, then we have the Cobra Kai Season 6 announcement being the final season, which we haven't talked about, and then the Mandalorian Season 3 full trailer. What a beautiful lineup of things to talk about today, Will.
I'm psyched.
Yeah. Alright, so Tom Brady retiring.
Ooh,
Can't say it surprised me.
yeah.
I figured it would be coming sooner than later. Um, but I know it was quite annoying. One of my friends told me that he retired. I kind of looked at it, and he showed me the post that it looked like the NFL had made. I was, wow, I texted you, Will, and then it turned out to not be true and to be a fake post that my friend found, which I was annoyed about, but I was happy to say I was able to deliver some accurate news today with his actual retirement, because he actually retired today. Um, I was happy to be able to deliver some true news. Um,
Absolutely.
but yeah, it's impressive. After all
Oh,
these years, he's done. It's crazy to think about.
yeah, it really is. I mean, look, this is a historic day. This is a guy who has been, it's really hard to argue against that he's been the face of the NFL for the last 2 decades. I mean, this
Totally.
guy has 7 Super Bowls, which is more than any NFL franchise. I mean, it is going to take some time to adjust to not seeing this guy play football anymore. And, last year I was not expecting him to retire because I thought he was still playing at such an elite level and would
Yeah.
want more. So when he did, I was actually surprised. And then it made sense to me when he decided to come back because I still thought he had so much left in the tank. This year, however, I'm with you. I actually wasn't surprised. And my prediction was that this would happen. First of all, he had a divorce that he went through last year, which obviously is one of the toughest things that you can go through. And I really thought that he might want to focus on his kids and his life outside of football.
Totally.
And then also, I think he finally had a season where he could say, now, granted, my team wasn't good, but my play dropped off. I finally had a season that was subpar by my standards. I feel like now he can walk out saying, I gave all that I could. I have nothing left in the tank. I've given all the elite years I can offer. And now I can go off and focus on my kids, my family life, and whenever he's going to go into uh, Fox and do color commentating over there. But I just want to praise Tom Brady overall. I just thought that after with the divorce that he went through last year and finally having a season where he didn't play well by his standards, I
And he
thought
still wasn't
was
horrible.
oh yeah, well he still had some historic Tom Brady game winning drives for Tampa Bay in games against the Rams
Yeah.
and Saints this season. But I really just want to applaud Tom Brady. I think this was the perfect time for him to come out with this announcement and just thank him for all of the entertainment that he provided for the 2 decades plus he was in the NFL and the
Yeah.
6 Super Bowls he provided for us as Pats fans, which are some of the best memories of Boston sports fans' lives. So thank you to Tom Brady for all that he did throughout his NFL career, and I really thought this was the perfect time for him to make this decision that he's going to step away from the game.
Yeah. And I am happy for him. I think he's going to enjoy all $300 million that he'll be getting from his broadcasting deal there. Uh, so yeah, good for him. I will enjoy seeing him do play by plays on TV. I mean, I think he'll be good. I mean, he knows the game, obviously.
He definitely knows the game, yeah,
But
that's
I'd
for
like to
sure.
see if he knows broadcasting. I mean, it can't be easy to do play by plays. It can't really be easy. I mean, Tony
No,
Romo did it. I mean, he played football, obviously. Greg Olson.
he's amazing, yeah.
I don't love Tony Romo. He kind of annoys me
Really? Why?
sometimes. He's just kind of annoying the way he talks. That's just the me thing. I don't think that's
Okay, okay.
um. But Greg Olson, who just joined, solid. I mean, he was
Yeah.
also an NFL tight end who was pretty good. So yeah, I'm excited to see Tom Brady come in. And I know Gronk does some stuff, right?
Yeah, he's back on Fox with their
Yeah.
pregame show, Fox NFL Sunday crew. But yeah, it'll be really interesting to see if, someone like Tom Brady, who's obviously a brilliant football mind and has been able to detect multiple NFL defenses throughout his career, but just because you're a great quarterback and stuff, doesn't mean that you'll necessarily have the personality or the skills to go into broadcasting. So I'll be really fascinated to see if Tom Brady can make the transition or not. But while we're on the topic of Fox, which is where Brady obviously signed his multi-year deal with. Obviously, Joe Buck and Troy Aikman are over at ESPN doing Monday Night Football now, which I thought was a great pickup for ESPN and really brought some flavor back to Monday Night Football this season. But Kevin Burkhardt and Greg Olson, I think they've filled in wonderfully. I think they're doing a really good job, and I've got to give them their props because it's not easy stepping in for an incredibly well-known broadcasting crew in Joe Buck and Troy Aikman. But I think they've been doing a really great job this season.
I think they're doing the Super Bowl actually.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
Fox has the Super Bowl this year. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be really cool. Good for him. I mean, it's like I think it's Greg Olson's first year broadcasting, so
Very
good for
impressed
him. First year Super Bowl.
first year. Absolutely.
Um, yeah, but good for Tom. But now we get to make our Super Bowl predictions.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Well, I'll let you go first. I'll let you go first.
All right. First of all, quick takes on just like championship weekend. The Eagles have had an incredibly impressive season this year, but what a catastrophe to happen to the 49ers.
I know.
4 quarterbacks suffering injuries. Like, I've just never seen a title team with a title contender with that much talent have such bad luck at the quarterback position. So I think Stephen A. Smith said it great on First Take Monday that it was just sad to watch, like what happened with the 49ers. So look, props to the Eagles for a really impressive season, but I can't judge that game with the horrible luck that the Niners had and the fact that Brock Purdy had to go in there and he couldn't throw and they just had to run the ball. And then on the side of Chiefs Bengals, I was so impressed with the Bengals in the way that they demolished the Bills on the road. I thought that they had really arrived, and I actually thought they would win that game. But I would like to issue an apology to Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs for thinking that the Bengals may overtake them as the new face of the AFC, and Joe Burrow might take the mantle as best quarterback in the AFC. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs, I would like to apologize to you. You are still here and super relevant in what you've done, keeping your offense on track without Tyreek Hill this season is nothing short of impressive. So now, with all that being said, when I look at this game, I look at the Chiefs, who just beat the Bengals, which is a incredibly legitimate win. And then I look at the Eagles, who destroyed the Giants, but they were better than them, and then demolished a Niners team that didn't have a quarterback for basically the entire game. And I just think the Chiefs have been tested a little bit more this postseason. So I'm going to go with the Chiefs over the Eagles in the Super Bowl. How about you, Cam?
Okay, so I would like to see the Chiefs win because of that. Simply because of the win the Eagles had over the Patriots a few years back. That's my one reason.
Allow me to quickly say this. That is the most aggravating loss of my of
Uh,
my of my sports life. They should have won that game. For the life of me, I cannot believe that they lost that game. No sports loss bugs me in my sports watching career as much as that. And when I had to watch the Eagles trophy presentation after they won that game over the Niners on Sunday and watch Jalen Hurts lead the crowd in "Fly Eagles Fly" chants, I some hatred stirred back up inside me for that team for what you just said about what they did to the Patriots back in
yeah,
Super Bowl 52. But anyway, sorry to cut in. Please go ahead.
yeah. Well, that's my reason to want Chiefs to win that, and I also really enjoy watching Patrick Mahomes play football, even while he's injured. um, but yeah, it's just he's a very entertaining quarterback to watch. But who do I think is going to win? I gonna be honest. I just want to be as honest as possible to not just prepare myself for a possible disappointment, but I think the Eagles are going to win. And I think it might have something to do with maybe Mr. Mahomes' injury that might play into it, which I'm sure he will be a lot better by the Super Bowl, which would make sense. Um, but I just think Jalen Hurts has some real talent. I think he's a really good quarterback. And think about it, he didn't really run a lot last game against the Bengals, and they still were successful. So I am impressed. I am really impressed.
As you should be. And the Eagles have had a very impressive season, and I I do think this will be a close game. I think whatever team wins, they won't win easy. Like I think whatever team wins this game is going to have really earned the victory, and I think the Chiefs will win, but this will be a super close, awesome Super Bowl m- matchup. I'm really excited for it, and think we got two great teams in it for sure.
Yes, and I'd like to correct myself. I said Bengals.
No
I
problem.
said
Yeah.
Bengals. But yeah, think about it. He didn't really run much, so
No.
if he runs and he doesn't get hurt and he throws well, it'll be it'll be pretty crazy to watch.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now I'd
I
like
mean,
to.
yeah.
Oh, what were you gonna say? Well, that's fine.
No, yeah. I was just like final point. I mean, in terms of what you're saying about Jalen Hurts, he definitely has real talent, and it's always great to watch the story of a QB who hasn't done anything crazy in his career, and then have this season where he just turns into really the most improved player in the league. So you want to talk about like a feel good story for this Super Bowl matchup? It would definitely be the season that Jalen Hurts has had, because I don't think anybody expected him to play this well.
Yeah, I mean, I always knew he was going to be a obviously a good quarterback. He has a lot of skills, but I thought injuries were going to be a big problem for him. Um, like same thing I think with Lamar, and he got hurt this year, threw the Ravens all off. Um,
Yeah. What a
so
such yeah, that'll be another fascinating situation to track that's obviously been talked about a lot recently. Lamar Jackson and the Ravens. What's going to happen? Is Lamar injury prone? And I'm sorry, but I've got to see more from Lamar in the playoffs too. He only has one win. He hasn't proved himself to me as a playoff quarterback yet.
yeah, yeah, time will tell. He's still young. Both Jalen Hurts and Lamar are still young, so I'll have to see how if Jalen does get injured, and how Lamar performs in the playoffs. All right, now I'd like to talk about the new Ant-Man trailer that we got. Um, how exciting is this movie looking? Well, I mean,
Oh,
not only.
yeah.
Oh, yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, no, I quick thing to say, like, never in my wildest dreams did I think I would say this about an Ant-Man movie, but I am psyched for this film. I thought that trailer was epic. Kang the Conqueror looks as menacing a villain as you could possibly ask for, and I think they've got in a just fantastic line. I mean, Ant-Man's line of "I don't have to win, we both just have to lose." Oh, I can't wait to hear him say that. That is great writing. So I please give your thoughts, Kim. But like, I never thought I would say this about an Ant-Man film, but I am so excited for this movie.
Yeah, it looks really good. I mean, not only do the visuals look stunning,
Stunning.
Kane looks like an awesome villain.
Awesome.
I almost wish he didn't say that line in the trailer. I
Yeah.
kind of
My
want to just
dad said that too. Yeah.
see it in the movie, which would have been cool. But it's still awesome to know that we probably have other cool lines coming too in the movie that haven't been spoiled yet. And another big thing with this movie is the script actually got leaked.
Oh, it did.
Yeah, I will admit I was looking for the leaked script to just skim over it, see if there's anything, but I wasn't able to find it. I only did like a quick Google search. It makes sense that it didn't show up. Probably copyright stuff. Um, but yeah, that's not good for Marvel because they're usually really tight with their
And
security
you
when it comes to
especially
these
don't want
leaks.
things getting leaked out in a film like this that has
Yeah,
Bill Murray, who you haven't even seen yet, like, or who you haven't seen utter a line in any of these trailers, and all the evidence, of Ant-Man's possible death. So like this film especially, you don't want your scripts to be
yeah.
for.
Um, but I may or may not continue to look for it. It depends how desperate I get before this movie. Because
Yeah.
sometimes before, I just can't help myself. I need spoilers, but I
Same.
try to stay away. I'm gonna try. Uh,
I'm the same as you.
sometimes you just like I remember for Halloween and Halloween Kills that came out last year, 2 years ago now. I didn't get to see it in theaters with my friend. He said it was great. I was talking to him, and then I need to know what happens. I need to know. So and then I looked it up, and it kind of dented the viewing experience. So that I just try to think of that whenever
Yeah.
I want to look at a spoiler. But that's not the main topic here. We also got introduced to MODOK, who looks
Yeah.
cool actually. A little weird, different origin story it seems from the comics and from every other source, every other thing we've ever seen him in. He actually had his own show,
Oh
MODOK,
wow.
on
Okay.
Hulu, that just ended a few years ago. Because Hulu's also, Disney, same with ESPN.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's like a comedy show. I don't know if
Yeah.
I do know actually. It's definitely not MCU canon, but I guess it gives you some backstory on the MODOK character and his origin story, his comic origin story, but there are also elements that are completely bogus.
Yeah.
because it is a comedy show. But I watched I watched the first few episodes. Didn't finish the show because I don't really care about MODOK that much. Funny, didn't go. I wasn't out of this world. But yeah, that appears to be Darren Cross, Yellow Jacket from the first Ant-Man as MODOK in this movie. Cool. Bill Murray, we didn't get nothing in the trailer. I really wanted some Bill Murray and I really wanted some Kang. I got a lot of Kang, but I didn't get a lot of Bill Murray.
I think we're going to
but
be happy that we didn't hear from
yeah,
him,
that's what
though.
I'm thinking.
Like, I think they're actually doing a great job. Like, I think Marvel sometimes gives too much away in these trailers. Like,
That's for sure.
you already talked about, and my dad, who we've had on this podcast, like he agrees with you that it would have been nice for them to keep the line, "I don't have to win, we both just have to lose," out of the movie, because it's such an amazing line, and it'll probably be, the most pivotal line of the film. So I'm actually, as much as I am super excited to see, what character he's going to play, I think they're making a really smart call not putting him into these things so it can be more of a surprise.
Yeah, and I'm happy about that, but that also makes me wonder, is he going to be like a really minor character? But that doesn't make sense, because he was in the teaser trailer and he is on the poster. He has his own character poster, actually.
He
So
does. Yeah.
I don't know how big of a character he's going to be.
Yeah.
But like
I
it could
actually,
surprise me.
yeah.
It could
Yeah.
totally surprise me.
Um, Keep talking, but I actually have a quote from Peyton Reed where he's talking about Bill Murray's role in this film that I can pull up in just a second, and he talks about like how much Bill Murray we can expect to see, and it's a very good quote. So I'll pull that up. Just give me 1 second.
All right, perfect. So yeah, more evidence that Mr. Ant-Man himself, Scott Lang, is going to die. Just a lot of evidence going on there.
Yeah. So yeah, are you like sold on that? Like at like
I
very
am.
much so at this point, Cam?
I am pretty much sold on that. I he might not even be the only one to die. I think we're gonna have Wasp survive. We're losing Hank. Hank is going. Hank Pym is gone.
What makes you think that?
Because he should have been gone from the first movie. He has survived death too many times.
Okay.
He is an old man.
He is an old man.
There were 2 death close calls. In the first one, when he got shot, the man was shot. The man was shot. And then in the second one, it was fake. But the pills for his heart. Remember that scene? With Ghost and Lawrence Fishburne's character together. That he's gone. I'm telling you, he is a goner.
All right.
Well, maybe this variant of Kang could get. I don't know. I don't think he's gonna die.
I don't think so either.
I think he's just gonna go away somehow.
Think about the way though.
But
yeah, I mean, our next Avengers film is the Kang Dynasty, and for them to be promoting this movie with catchphrases like "witness the beginning of a new dynasty," I think this is just the beginning of Kang. And here is a quote from Peyton Reed on Bill Murray in this movie. He says, "Bill Murray plays a character from Janet Van Dyne's past. It's a crucial role. A big theme in this movie is the things that parents and kids don't say to each other, the secrets that they keep in families. In the last movie, when Hank and Hope rescue Janet, Evangeline Lilly's character had this idea of, oh, I'm going to be reunited with my mom. This is going to be great. We're going to talk about everything. But what happens if the other person, in this case Janet, puts up a wall and maybe is not comfortable talking about certain things and doesn't reveal certain things about her past? As we know from great stories, you can put the past behind you, but the past will always find a way to show up again. Bill's character represents that in this movie." So a crucial role, says Peyton Reed.
Okay, so
character from Janet Van Dyne's past.
Here's what I was thinking, actually. I was thinking this is just not going back on any source material, not looking at any comics. Just a thought that popped into my mind. feel like Bill Murray's character is going to be similar to the Grandmaster.
Mm,
Don't,
yeah.
I feel like he's just gonna have a similar character to him. I feel like he's gonna be this rich guy in the quantum realm somehow, running the show, kinda.
Yeah.
However that may be in the quantum realm. But that's just a thought I had. I don't know. It probably is not true, but interesting theory, I guess.
Yeah, I see like the name of his character, Lord Krylar, Krylar. That's the name of what his character is going to be
See, I didn't
in the
even know
film.
that, and I think I think my theory might be that might have just boosted a little bit.
Okay,
Um,
cool. But anyway, I nothing more about Bill Murray, and I look forward to hearing or finding out about his character when I actually step foot into the theater on February 17th.
yeah, but that quote was actually interesting and actually gave a little bit away. Um, so yeah, it kind of gave us the theme of the movie, which is really cool.
Yeah.
From the trailer we know Janet definitely knows about Kang, right?
Ooh.
Um,
That's something like like when she says, stuff like that, like like some of the lines that she says in these trailers and TV spots that have come out make me fascinated to see what she has to say and like what her past history with him was and what secrets she's kept from them. She's a character that I'll be very interested to see what secrets she's been hiding from people.
we also don't know a lot about her because she was just
Right.
introduced in the last Ant-Man movie, and we've
Yeah.
got next to nothing from her since.
Right.
Uh,
So, but
so yeah,
because they rescue her from the quantum realm, and this is a quantum realm movie, it could be the perfect chance to get some of
yeah.
that backstory that we don't know. But like, so do you think there's a chance she could like? Do you not think she'll die because they've done the whole like rescuing her from the
Yep.
quantum
Nope.
realm thing?
She's good, and I think
So
the
yeah,
Wasp is also good.
so would you say like Cassie Lang, the Wasp, and Janet are all safe?
Um, Cassie at first I kind of thought she would go, but I think Scotland will die so she can live.
Yeah.
And
Do you think
if Luis does not appear in this movie, I will review bomb it. I don't care. I will review bomb it if Luis is not in this movie. The best character from the first Ant-Man, Luis, with the best van, the most crucial van in the MCU. Without that van, there would be no Endgame, because Scott Lang would be stuck in the quantum realm. So, actually no, he wouldn't even have entered the quantum realm, because they wouldn't have had the van. So, if he's not in this movie, I don't know what to say.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for this movie. Stay tuned for a YouTube short on that coming soon. Because the YouTube shorts are like a view farm. Every time
Yeah.
you post one, you get a lot of views. So
Yeah. And allow me to say this just for like a final comment. Like I would again like to give Marvel a shout out. Absolutely nothing in the world right now generates more excitement for me than Marvel movies. They are just amazing at putting out epic trailers that get me so excited, and
yeah,
the films usually live up to the epicness of the trailer. So I am just
usually.
amazed with the excitement that they can build up inside me. They are masters at that, and they're on a really historic run overall on the big screen right now. They've had some epic ones lately, and this most certainly seems like an epic movie to me.
Agreed. And speaking of epic, we have the epic conclusion to a very mostly consistent show that I really enjoy and that you really enjoy.
Oh, love it.
Cobra Kai.
Oh,
Season 6 was finally announced, which after kind of a long wait time, actually, which we had theories that it might switch streaming services, but looks
yeah,
like that's not going to happen. But it does
no,
look
certain.
like Cobra Kai's coming to an end.
Yes.
So
We've
I'm happy. I am happy. It could have ended in season 5. I personally think, but season 6 maybe pushing it just a little bit. But I'd love to see what they have to do. Um, I'm excited.
yeah,
I think it'll be a good conclusion.
yeah, well, I am relieved that it was announced because I was worried that it wouldn't happen, and I'm so excited that the announcement did come. And I love that they're promoting it as the biggest season, the baddest season, the final season. I can only imagine what that will be like in the Cobra Kai world. But I'm with you. I think this is the perfect time to wrap this up. There will
Yep.
be no more stories to tell after season 6. Like I said 2 podcasts ago that a reason I was concerned for season 6 was that you have John Kreese, but so many other storylines have been wrapped up. Sam Torrey, Miguel Robbie, Daniel, Johnny, like pivotal rivalries and pivotal storylines had been wrapped up. So I believe that besides John Kreese, there is not any other reason to have a season 6. And that's why I think I'm going to be super sad that it's over, but I also think that they are making the perfect call. And I think this will be the exact right time for the show to come to an end and for the final season to happen. And if we could get Hilary Swank, that would be great. And yet she's pregnant with twins right
Oh,
now, which has me
that
concerned.
might not be a great sign for her appearance in the show, but nevertheless, we'll get to see. Well, yeah, we'll probably get to see Kreese's revenge on Mr. Terry Silver. So
Yes.
that'll be great to see.
John Kreese is what is most compelling about season 6. Like I'm like they'll do, that national tournament that they introduced in season 5, but like John Kreese, that is what has me excited to watch season 6. He is out for revenge, and that's never a good thing. But as I said, I totally agree with you that I think this is the perfect time for this show to come to an end, and
Yeah.
they're making a great call with season 6 being the final season because there won't really be need for anything else after it. So I just want to applaud Cobra Kai for realizing that this was the perfect time to bring this show to a close.
Yeah. I also think, how many tournaments can they do? Because it's like every other season there's a big tournament. It can only go on for so long, you know.
Yeah,
But
and
yeah, this
season
looks
6
to
will
be
be the perfect
looks
time
to
to
be the
wrap things
big.
up.
This looks to be the big tournament with everyone back together, everyone friends. Excited. Hopefully, Chosen sticks around because I really like him.
I have a
Uh,
feeling he will. I think, they've kind of made him a prominent character
and I
on the
think
show
we're gonna
now.
get John Kreese back on Johnny and Daniel's side actually. Um, I don't know what role Silver's gonna play, but I'm sure
I'll be
with.
curious to see whether Terry Silver will be in, season 6 or not.
Oh,
But
he will.
obviously,
He will.
if John Kreese can get himself out of prison, while Terry Silver can get himself out of prison 10 times faster.
I always when I met when I went to that panel in Comic Con,
Yeah, William Zabka. Yeah,
Boston Fan Expo, and Mr. Kreese himself did a little talk. He said, someone in the audience asked him a question. He said, Kreese asked about what's gonna happen with Kreese and Terry Silver. He said Kreese always gets his revenge. So that kind of confirmed to me. And William Zabka also revealed that Mr. Kreese, what's his name? I'm blanking on his name. Martin Cove.
Martin Cove. Yeah,
Martin Cove is
the
also
great Martin Cove. Yeah.
he's also known for giving away spoilers to the show. William Zabka said that if he has a waiter or waitress at a restaurant or something, and they know him from the show, and they say, "Oh, what's gonna happen in the next season?" Uh, William Zabka said that sometimes Martin Cove will just say, "Okay, don't tell anyone." But
Oh boy.
so I'm gonna trust Martin Cove on this and say that I think Terry Silver will be in season 6, and I think Reese will get his revenge.
Yeah.
So
I
yeah,
mean,
excited.
what a full circle moment that would be for John Kreese if he ends up with Johnny and Daniel going against Terry Silver. What a full
Sure,
circle
yeah.
moment that would be for the John Kreese character. I would love to see it, but I also think that John Kreese hate will be boiling right back up inside me. Took a break in
Yeah.
season 5 because I had to put my hate toward Terry Silver, but I believe that the John Kreese hate train will be getting right back on track in season
Yeah.
6. He is going to be evil times 10, and I can't wait to see it because Martin Kove is incredible in that role. Just like Thomas Ian Griffith is just stunning as
Yeah.
Terry Silver. He's oh my gosh, just the fact that he just comes. This guy has literally stopped acting and gone into writing, and he just like emerges out of nowhere
Yeah.
and gives arguably the best performance on the show in season 5. I mean, that guy is just an amazing actor. I have
And
so much respect
you know
for
what's
him.
funny? Aside from this and Karate Kid 3, what else has he really been in?
Nothing noteworthy,
Yeah.
not that I know of, at least.
So maybe some smaller projects here or there. Maybe he was good in those. But such a random actor. And such a good actor, you know? It's awesome to see. It's awesome to see.
I've had conversations with my dad, and we both agree that if people truly appreciated great acting, Thomas Ian Griffith would be nominated for his performance in season 5 because he was that good. Like, if you
Really.
truly appreciate the art of great acting, you should nominate someone like him. He was amazing.
Well, I know the Oscars won't. Well, no, because Oscars don't do TV shows. I know the Emmys won't because Better Call Saul well, Bob Odenkirk has never
Right.
won an Emmy, and
Oh, okay.
what a legendary show Better Call Saul is.
Yeah. One of my
So
dad's favorites, obviously.
of course,
And your dad has seen it as well?
yes,
Yeah.
and yeah. So now I'd like to bring up the Mandalorian season 3 trailer.
Ooh.
Actually, I wasn't that excited watching the trailer. I'm not saying I'm not excited for season 3. Not at all. That's not what I'm saying. It's just the trailer. It wasn't a good trailer. it didn't. It didn't. It gave me some things like, oh, that's cool.
I mean,
Nothing else.
I don't want it to like give away major spoilers though. So
No, I'm not
I
saying.
thought it was a good trailer that set the stage, and I'm excited for. I am still super excited for season 3, and still think that the man that this show is the crown jewel of Star Wars live action shows.
Yeah.
So
But
I'm very excited for this season.
I'm excited for it. But that trailer it was shorter than the teaser trailer. First off, and it showed us some really cool things, but I'm more excited for Ahsoka, to be honest with you, and I still think Mando is going to somehow be better than Ahsoka, which is sad. Because I just feel like every other project that they try to do is just a failure, and it's annoying. Um, I guess Andor was good, but it just couldn't get me to finish it, and that annoys me. But I'm looking forward to Ahsoka.
Oh,
Obviously,
so am I.
Clone Wars are also an awesome show.
Oh yeah, for
But that's
sure.
not a brand new show.
No, yeah. 2019 was the final season, right? Or 2020
2020, I
somewhere?
think, yeah.
2020. But let me say this. Marvel, you've got some like even though I was disappointed in Andor, I really was. That was a drag for me to get through that. Marvel, you've got work to do to get back to the same or greater level as Star Wars when it comes to these TV shows. Because I guess Book of Boba Fett, its first episode was December 2021, so I guess that counts as more of a 2021 project. But like
I think this.
Obi-Wan, Kenobi, and Andor, I would take them over any of the Marvel projects from last year. So Marvel is killing it on the big screen right now, but oh boy, has it got work to do to get to Star Wars' level on the small screen, which is really sad to say because they had such an amazing 2021 year of TV shows.
Oh, WandaVision,
WandaVision, Loki, Hawkeye,
Loki. Heck,
What
even
If. So
now that I'm
it's just
thinking of
like
it, Falcon and Winter Soldier, good show compared
I
to
agree. I liked it. Like I wasn't like bored
no.
watching it. Not the best, but like, good. I liked the show enough. And it's just like I just never thought that I would think that Marvel would get to a point where it was like so low and so behind Star Wars on the small screen, but that's the case right now, and
And
I
it's not
hope that'll
like it's not like
I hope that'll change with shows like Secret Invasion, which obviously looks really
yeah.
good.
Aside from Mandalorian, Star Wars isn't anything crazy special on the small screen. Kenobi was exciting, but
Yeah,
did it turn
I
out to be
really
good? Not really.
I yeah, so I really enjoyed that show, but you weren't a crazy fan of it, right?
I liked it. I thought they could have just made it a lot better. And I
Okay.
actually found someone, I might have mentioned it before on the podcast, but there was someone who actually made a he re-edited it, he cut out some unnecessary things and turned it into like a 2 hour movie.
Hmm.
I'm yet to watch it, but it sounds intriguing, and
Okay.
I think it might actually be better than what we got. Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
and obviously Book of Boba Fett. Nah, I think we both agreed on that, except
Yeah.
for the
Well,
two
but
episodes where it became
oh,
the Mandalorian.
I mean, they had some great uh, episodes in there. I liked that show, and as you said, like it it had some gems, especially those Mando
Yeah,
episodes when he was in there. Those were great. So I liked that show and loved the episodes that you just mentioned.
and the finale was fine as well. I enjoyed
Oh
that.
yeah, it was. Yeah.
Um, fin- you can't. The finales of shows are always exciting. Even even She-Hulk was actually exciting. The finale of that show.
Just because you had so many different cameos and stuff.
Yeah,
Even if I didn't think it was done well.
yeah. But yeah, I think that does it for today's episode of the Everything Podcast. Well,
Yeah. Well, just really quick, I would like to say I am excited to see that Stephen A. Smith will be in Creed 3. There was a
yes.
TV spot that came out over the weekend, and it had Adonis Creed as a guest on First Take being interviewed by Stephen A. Smith. So I'm incredibly excited to see him in the movie. I am a huge fan of Stephen A. Smith, and he also has a memoir out right now, as a matter of
Oh
fact,
wow.
called Straight Shooter, a memoir of second chances and first takes, which I've been reading, and he has lived quite the quite the life. His father was a terrible man. He lost his brother in a car accident back in, I believe, 1992. Actually grew up poor, so I have so much respect for Stephen A. Smith now, learning about his story, and he really earned all the success that he's having right now at ESPN, and I'm psyched to see him in Creed 3.
Yeah, it'll be exciting and good for him. I'll have to check that out actually. But yeah, thank you guys so much for tuning in to this episode of the Everything Podcast. Well, thanks for joining as always, and more shorts soon. We've kind of stopped on that, but yeah, we're getting more because we want views and we want subscribers. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.